Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Welcome back to another round of street vlogging. We are going to be discussing what is going on in our homeland and why it's very, very important for us to talk about all these things. And I do believe that you love what you are hearing and contribute to the overall objective of improving our homeland for everyone, not just for everyone, for your family also. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. The weather has not been that bright, but we are soldiering on because we are strong and we are very wonderful. So you heard about a lot of uproar in the homeland in Anambra State about the elections and the brouhaha that were going on, and the disruption of economic activities and a lot of shenanigans that has gone on. Let me start with the popular one the people saw during the election, the confrontation between the APC candidate and the deputy governor of Anambra State. So where the APC governorship aspirant, who is not really a candidate in the election, and the deputy governor of Anambra State, who is also not a candidate in the election, squared up to each other, whereby the APC candidate was telling the deputy governor that he will burn down his car, that is not allowed to pass through Osumenyi, his hometown, that he shouldn't come up there, blah, 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 because that is not his polling unit, that is not his place. I may recall that Saturday was, there was a by-election, senatorial by-election in Anambra South, and also one state constituency election at Onitsha North, not a constituency 1. And many of the parties participated, especially Anambra South, which has been a Hercules hill to Apuga or party. Apuga is the ruling party in Anambra State, but because of their poor performance in Nnewi area or Anambra South, they have not been able to command that area. It has always been won by other parties, especially the YPP and the others. So even a new party normally win there, because if you look at Nnewi, you can see the mess that was of Nnewi. Although that's, being won by other parties has not actually improved Nnewi, but rather making Nnewi worse, because Nnewi people always put a senator, but the senator or representative they normally perform abusement. You can see the last senator that was holding the place. You cannot see a single road he attracted in Nnewi. So, most of the time people are talking about the performance of the state government and others, but they forgot that these senators have something to attract. According to Nigerian Constitution, they have a lot of constituency projects, but some of these things are turned into private enterprise, whereby they take the money and they now start giving the people peanuts, bags of rice, and people are rejoicing. Oh, my senator, my rep is doing very well. I got a bag of rice from him. But these people forgot that these things they are giving to them is basically the money allocated for specific projects that will be for overall good of everybody. Because a cup of rice, you finish a cup of rice maybe in a week or a day, and you still have bad roads all over, littered all over the place. So, and no pipe-borne water, no street light and all those things. So that's the consequence of what Nnewi people chose to be enjoying, in detriment of their roads, in detriment of major facilities. So the state government, the Apuga government, has not been, they have not shown themselves very, very good in Nnewi. So, but to cut the story short, back to what we are talking about. So Apuga mobilized all the machineries involved because, or they got, because also that election is a litmus test for the main election, the Guba election coming up in November 8th. So remember, Anambra State is going to do gubernatorial election will come up on November 8th this year, 2025. And whoever that win this will basically have the upper hand or a bragging right. So that's why all of them become desperate. But I know that this time around, I always knew in advance that basically Apuga will eventually win because the other parties are not on the ground. You know, the man in APC was hoping on handouts or mago help from Abuja, which you know they normally do in Nigeria, whereby they seriously was hoping on that, thinking that these things will happen. So, and if you look at these comments, he said to the state governor, deputy governor, that he cannot pass through that place. So the state governor, deputy governor said, "Don't you know I'm a deputy governor?" He said he doesn't care, blah blah blah. He will burn down his vehicle. So you now start asking yourself, is that the same man that was preaching, talking about being a born again and all those things? That most of these Nigerian politicians actually doesn't actually have any iota of decency, and they don't have any. They don't actually have any decency at all. They are not meant to be controlling public service, because that's exactly, he's shown himself what he is truly. Because without even checking his background, although the background is well known, so they, you know, this type of a person, if he gets into to be a governor, the state will be in a mess. Because we have, Anambra State has experienced this type of thing in the past. They experienced this type of rascality, and now you are seeing this thing, you know, the handwriting on the wall, showing that all Anambra people will be basically, you know, be up in arms to make sure that this type of person doesn't get into the government house, because it will be a danger not only to the state but to himself as well. Because at the end of the day, it will be like what happened when one family was messing up the whole state. So Anambra State has overgrown to that. But another thing is that you look at again the deputy governor. Why did he choose to go to Osumeyi on election day? The people will say he's a deputy governor, it's not overall election, but I thought it's not meant to be going in that area. But that doesn't actually warrant the type of rascality that the APC candidate, you know, brought out, because he shouldn't have actually said those things. It's not meant to do what he was threatening to do. So showing also the violence and this thing in the state, something he might know one or two. That's what he means. Because if he say he will burn vehicle and all those things, and considering the state is having some challenges security-wise, you'll be asking yourself, is he not part of those people that are doing all those things? You know, because if he can say this openly, a person that is daring to be in leadership of the state, you know that there's something wrong with him, you know, or something wrong somewhere. So that's what we are saying, that the state must be allowed to be peaceful. So this vultures of violence and vultures of gangsterism should not be allowed near the state leadership. That's what I'm saying. But the main thing is that I don't know what is burdening him, because this type of cardinal person cannot actually win in his own town. He cannot win in his own town because his main distinct base is in Abuja. So in his own town, I think if under free and fair election, he will struggle to win in his own town. I said this over and over again when the other guy from Amacy was coming out. I said that guy cannot win in his own town. The reason why is that you hear him on the social media, but on the ground, he will not be able to do very, very well. So I don't know what you think about this, but whatever you think about that, go to the comment section. Let's continue on this discourse. But our homeland must be peaceful. We must not elect people with questionable character, people that has no dignity, decency, and others. Thank you very much for your help and watching and sharing this. I am Sir Kodili-nye. See you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.